speak a little louder. Hello. Good morning. We are about to begin today's proceedings. We will be conferring degrees today on the baccalaureate candidates of our colleges of Arts and Sciences, Nursing, Education and Human Services, and our schools of Business, Theology, and Diplomacy and International Relations. The commencement ceremony dates back to the universities of the Middle Ages. It is the occasion on which the entire university community assembles in its various ranks or degrees, each identified by its distinctive costume, to confer new ranks or degrees on its scholars who have demonstrated the learning appropriate for those degrees. It is the custom at Seton Hall University to begin the commencement procession with a pipe band, to honor the Scottish origins of its namesake and patroness, St. Elizabeth Ann Bailey Seton. For the 32nd year, our pipe band today is the Seton Hall University and Essex Shillelagh Pipes and Drums. They are celebrating their 40th year as an ensemble. Following the pipes and drums is the university's ROTC color guard. Please rise and remain standing for the posting of the colors. Following the color guard is the Grand Marshal of the procession, Dr. David Benito, Chair of the Faculty Senate. The Grand Marshal is carrying the university mace, the symbol of the university's authority to teach and confer degrees. Please be seated. At the head of the procession is the dais party, which encompasses members of Seton Hall University's Board of Trustees and Board of Regents, Dr. Gabriel Esteban, President of the University, Dr. Larry Robinson, Provost and Executive Vice President, and the university's Vice Presidents and Deans. In this group is the recipient of our honorary degree, Mr. Kenneth Hackett, and our keynote speaker, Mr. Scott Chesney. Next in the procession are the faculty and administration of the university, who will take their seats in the front rows of the sections on the floor. The first degree candidates in the procession are the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Catholic Theology from the Immaculate Conception Seminary School of Theology. The top honor student in this school is summa cum laude graduate Bogomil Misiuk, recipient of the Archbishop John J. Myers Award and the Pope Benedict XVI Award. Next in the procession are the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Diplomacy and International Relations. The top honor students are summa cum laude graduates and ex aequo recipients of the Diplomacy and International Relations Honors Citation. Wiebke Sophie Balke, recipient of the Eastern College Athletic Conference Award. Alexander Blake Cohen. Rachel Rosenstruck, a participant in the University Honors Program and recipient of the Modern Languages Honors Citation. And Daniel Philip Schultz, participant in the University Honors Program. Next in the procession are the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing from the College of Nursing. The top honor student in this college is Elizabeth Ann Fortes, magna cum laude graduate and recipient of the Anne Murphy Award. Next in the procession are the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Education from the College of Education and Human Services. The top honor students in this college are summa cum laude graduates Jessica Fuller, ex aequo recipient of the Mathematics Honors Citation and a participant in the Mathematics Honors Program, and Carrie Marie Rogers, recipient of the Elementary and Special Education Speech Honors Citation. Next in the procession are the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science from the College of Arts and Sciences. The top honor student in this college is summa cum laude graduate Victoria Fontaine, ex aequo recipient of the Mathematics Honors Citation and a participant in the Mathematics Honors Program. Ms. Fontaine was selected to deliver the Valedictory Address at yesterday's Academic Awards ceremony. The candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree have completed majors in Advertising Art, Africana Studies, Anthropology, Fine Arts, Art History, Asian Studies, Broadcasting and Visual Media, Classical Studies, Communication, Criminal Justice, Economics, English, History, Italian, Liberal Studies, Modern Languages, Music, Philosophy, Political Science, Psychology, Public Relations and Journalism, Religious Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences, Social Work, Sociology, and Spanish. Candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree have completed majors in biochemistry, biology, chemistry, computer science, mathematics, and physics.
Next in the procession are the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration from the Stillman School of Business. The top honor students in this school are summa cum laude graduates Elena Pikovtseva, ex aequo recipient of the Finance Honor Citation, Li Duan, ex aequo recipient of the Accounting Honor Citation and a participant in the University Honors Program, Gabriel Monica Kwiatkowski, ex aequo recipient of the Accounting Honor Citation, Marissa Imarabito, ex aequo recipient of the Finance Honor Citation, and Andrew Fisher-Felbinger, recipient of the Economics Honor Citation
and participant in the Business Leadership Program. Mr. Felbinger was selected to deliver the Valedictory Address at today's ceremony. The candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration have completed concentrations in accounting, economics, finance, management, information technology management, marketing, and sport management. The candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration have completed concentration in arts and sciences, international studies, and diplomacy and international relations. As a reminder, and before our Master of Ceremonies, University Provost Dr. Larry Robinson begins the program, please take a moment to shut off all cell phones and other electronic devices. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to the 155th commencement of Seton Hall University. Following tradition, we will begin our commencement program with the singing of the Star Spangled Banner. Leading us in the singing this morning will be Miss Erin Spreen. She will be accompanied by Mr. John Novick, University organist and director of music. After we have finished singing, please remain standing for our commencement invocation to be delivered by Monsignor James Gaffone, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, member of the Board of Regents, and minister to the priest community, and assistant professor in the Department of Religious Studies. Join with us now in the singing of the national anthem.
Let us bow our heads and pray. Almighty and ever-loving God, Creator and Father of us all, you sent your Son Jesus into the world to be our Lord and our Savior. We are here with the people we love, the people who love us. As parents, siblings, relatives, and friends, and as new graduates, we thank you for giving us each other. Today we express our gratitude that you have brought us to our graduation day. You have also given us talent and intellect and have blessed us with individual personalities. We have acquired knowledge and wisdom from our professors and our coaches, as well as from each other. Our bodies have been strengthened, our minds have been enlarged, and our hearts have been stretched wide. We have learned that the worst handicap in life is a bad attitude. We have learned the tremendous difference between using people and loving them. You have made us all that we are and will be. You will be with us in all that we hope to become. Our years at Seton Hall have taught us many lessons, but our college days have passed by so quickly. And today we know the joy and the anxiety of new beginnings. We have learned to believe that each of us is cherished by your generous love and infinite mercy. Lead us to those we are waiting for, to those who are waiting for us. Help us to remember that all that we do in this world, our most important task is to love one another as you love us. For then our lives will be joyful in the service of your holy will. Finally, we lift up our voices together to pray from our hearts. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Thank you, Monsignor Cafone and Ms. Spreen. Please be seated. As Provost of Seton Hall University, I am deeply honored to serve as Master of Ceremonies. First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge and thank the families and friends of the graduating class of 2012. Without your love and support, a good number of these students would not have had the resources, financial, emotional, or otherwise, to make it to today's ceremony. I now ask the graduates to rise and join us in applauding the families and other supporters of our students who are here today. Graduates, please be seated. Next, I take pleasure in recognizing and acknowledging our faculty and ask our faculty to please stand. These dedicated academics have been responsible for your journey, for making your time here one of growth and self-reflection, and for that we thank them. We thank our faculty for their unwavering commitment to students, service, and the dissemination of knowledge. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you by name the members of our two governing boards who are present today. The Board of Trustees has the ultimate legal responsibility for Seton Hall University, and the Board of Regents makes the policies that govern the university. Seton Hall University would not be what it is today were it not for the enormous investment of time, talent, and personal resources by members of our boards. We owe them an immeasurable debt of gratitude. I would ask the audience to please hold their applause until all of our board members have been introduced. First, I would like to introduce His Grace, the Most Reverend John J. Myers, Archbishop of Newark, Chair of the Board of Trustees and President of the Board of Regents. Your Grace. Next, I would like to introduce Monsignor James Cafone, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees and member of the Board of Regents. Ms. Pamela M. Schwartzberg, Secretary of the Board of Trustees. Monsignor Robert F. Coleman, member of the Board of Trustees, as well as Rector and Dean of the Immaculate Conception Seminary School of Theology. Monsignor Joseph R. Riley, member of the Board of Trustees and Rector of the College Seminary. Dr. An Suk Cho, member of the Board of Regents. Monsignor Kevin Hanbury, member of the Board of Regents. Mr. Michael J. Luciola, member of the Board of Regents. Ms. Kent Manahan, member of the Board of Regents. Mr. Richard Mantelbaum, member of the Board of Regents. Mr. James Orsini, member of the Board of Regents and President of the Seton Hall University Alumni Association. Mr. Edward Gwynn, member of the Board of Regents. Please join me in honor of their service. Please be seated. Allow me now to introduce to you the academic officers of the university. Dr. Gregory Burton, Associate Provost and Dean for Research and Graduate Studies. Dr. Nicholas Snow, Associate Provost for Finance and Administration. Monsignor Robert Coleman, Rector and Dean of the Immaculate Conception Seminary School of Theology. Dr. Joseph D. Piero, Dean of the College of Education and Human Services. Dr. Chris Grieco, Dean of University Libraries. Dr. Joan Getty, Interim Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Phyllis Hansel, Dean of the College of Nursing. Mr. Patrick Hobbs, Dean of the Law School. Dr. Nancy Lowe Hogan, Dean of Continuing Education and Professional Studies. Ambassador John Menzies, Dean of the Whitehead School of Diplomacy and International Relations. Dr. Brian Shulman, Dean of the School of Health and Medical Science. And Dr. Joyce Strasser, Dean of the Stillman School of Business. Finally, let me introduce to you our Grand Marshal for today's ceremony, Dr. David Beneteau, Associate Professor of Modern Languages and Chair of the Faculty Senate. Please join with me in recognizing them. As we celebrate the university's 155th commencement ceremony, we would like to acknowledge with special appreciation our many student servant leaders. Among these leaders are 9 students who have completed a program in military science and will be commissioned tomorrow as second lieutenants. 8 students will be commissioned in the United States Army, and 1 student will be commissioned in the United States Air Force. Join with me in recognizing them. And now, Miss Audra Quinton, President of the Class of 2012, will deliver the salutatory address. Ms. Quinton was selected for this honor by achieving first place in a competitive process. Ms. Quinton.
Thank you for that warm welcome. Good morning, Archbishop Myers, Mr. Chesney, Mr. Hackett, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the Board of Regents, members of the Executive Cabinet, President Esteban, Provost Robinson, deans, faculty, friends, and of course, Seton Hall students. I am honored to be standing here in front of all of you to bring together a ceremony of our commencement. My name is Audra Quinton, and I am the president of the class of 2012. Thank you. I stand here before all 1,290 graduating seniors to congratulate you on wrapping up a chapter of your life and drafting the next. Today, the day of our commencement, we get a piece of paper, a diploma, which to many of our parents is worth a hefty sum, but to us, a promise to ourselves, a commitment to the contribution to life and the start of a new journey. This piece of paper is the concrete foundation to your future, built by education, love, memories, friendships, and choices. Today, I'm here to tell you what many others may not, and it is that failure will dictate your victories. Life is borrowed time, and if you do not get your feet wet, either in mud or crystal clear water, you will never know what you're looking for. Life doesn't let you choose your battles, you decide how hard to fight. In whichever weapon of choice you do choose, be wise, because although you might not know what is good for you, solve what's best. Despite your challenges and obstacles, you made it, all of you. Very soon, you'll walk the stage and inch yourself closer to the real world. Yes, the one all of our parents talk about. This real world is the one we all fear, which will no longer involve sticky fraternity house floors, spontaneous trips to crayons, endless or useless library hours, and sinful consumptions of fast food. However, no matter how frightening the open-ended opportunities may be, that first breath of fresh air once you exit this building outlines each and every one of you. Where you choose to go from here maps out your future and where you belong. Now, parents, after 22 years of child raising, you are officially unemployed. And out of protection, it seems obvious, you might not have told us that although some of our worst days lie ahead, full of self-doubt and possible failures, what we need to learn to do is fall back on everything that we built that diploma and conquer. Giving up is not an option, it is an excuse and an obstacle to your own triumph. To all of the ladies and gentlemen sitting in front of me today, you are no longer boys and girls. You are adults, and you are the dictator of your own universe. So build a galaxy and never look back. When you leave here, do not forget why you came. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Quinton. One of the privileges enjoyed by an institution of higher learning is that it may confer honorary degrees. Such degrees are awarded to individuals who have made significant contributions to society and through their work have realized the ideals and aspirations to which Seton Hall is committed. We want to honor one such individual today. We would like to ask the candidate, Mr. Kenneth Hackett, to please rise. Mr. Hackett was the president of the Catholic Relief Services, one of the most effective and important relief agencies in the world. Recently retired from that position, he oversaw operations in more than 100 countries with a global staff of nearly 5,000. Mr. Hackett's service to Catholic Relief Services exemplifies the qualities of Christian stewardship, caring, and servant leadership that this university seeks to impart to all of our students. A native of West Roxbury, Massachusetts, Mr. Hackett received his education at Boston College, after which he joined the Peace Corps and was assigned to serve in Guyana. Mr. Hackett joined CRS in 1972, starting in Sierra Leone. For 4 decades, he served throughout Africa and Asia, as well as increasingly responsible position at agency headquarters. He has been recognized by numerous institutions of higher education, having received honorary degrees from Boston College, Mount St. Mary's University, New York Medical College, the University of Notre Dame, the University of San Diego, and Villanova University, among others. In 2004, Mr. Hackett was named a Knight Commander of the Papal Order of St. Gregory the Great, one of the highest honors a layman may receive from the Holy Father. Among his many prestigious committee and board appointments, Mr. Hackett is currently a member of the board of the Pontifical Council, the Vatican body that coordinates the Catholic Church charitable work around the world. For his achievements in the cause of global solidarity in general and humanitarian relief services in particular, Seton Hall University proudly awards Kenneth Francis Hackett the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa. Ms. Kent Manahan, a member of our Board of Regents, will now confer the honorary degree upon our distinguished nominee. Ms. Manahan.
In accordance with the authority granted to the Board of Regents of Seton Hall University, and at the direction of that board, I hereby confer on this candidate the honorary degree for which he has been presented, with all rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. In my name and in the name of the Board of Regents, may I offer you our sincere congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Manahan. Congratulations, Mr. Hackett. To introduce our keynote speaker, it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium Monsignor Anthony Zaccardi, Vice President for Mission and Ministry. Monsignor Zaccardi.
Do not be afraid. So encouraged Pope John Paul II in his inaugural sermon. Do not be afraid. It is a phrase he would repeat throughout his pontificate because he had a sense of life's immense challenges. He repeated it because it is found again and again also in the Bible, both Testaments. He never tired of repeating it, because he understood what Jesus said: fear is useless. What is needed is faith. Therefore, in his exhortations not to fear, Blessed John Paul was inviting his hearers to faith as the antidote to personal and social paralysis. The speaker for today's commencement exercises is a man who knows all about paralysis. He is physically paralyzed himself, but he has never let it stand in the way of his living fully, purposefully. Struck by paralysis in his lower body at the age of 15, when he was told that others who had similar strokes usually died, he was filled with great gratitude to God for his life and with an immense appreciation for the great opportunities ahead of him. He came to Seton Hall and graduated in 1992 with a BA in communications. While at Seton Hall, he worked for WSOU, doing play-by-play commentary for our sports teams. Since then, he's become an internationally recognized workshop and keynote presenter, and his inspiring messages have changed countless lives. His insights have been applauded by Fortune 500 corporations, hospitals, rehab centers, associations of every kind, and even audiences at the United Nations, the Pentagon, and the FBI. Recently, Mr. Chesney became executive director of Raise Hope Foundation that trains, mentors, and places people with disabilities in the financial services industry. He is also a member of Seton Hall's Leadership Advisory Council. Today, Scott is joined by his wife, his 2 children, and several family members. Soon to be graduates of the class of 2012, it is my great pleasure to give you your fellow Seton Hall alumnus, Mr. Scott Chesney.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Monsignor Zaccardi, Archbishop Myers, President Esteban, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the Board of Regents, distinguished guests, families, friends, alumni, and obviously the members of the graduates of the class of 2012. I am honored, privileged, and a bit fearful to be here today. But I am so happy to be here and to have this opportunity to come to you, to let you know of the wonderful achievement that you've created here today and the defining moment that I hope you will carry with you the rest of your life. How you define this moment is up to you. I like to think that every single moment in your life so far has brought you up to this very moment, in which I hope you take full responsibility for, knowing full well it's brought you to this wonderful moment that you've created. If you think about this, any different move, any choice that you made in a different manner, you may not be here today. Could have been going to a party, not going to a party. It could have been studying, not studying. I like to think about 2 people who are in this graduating class. Imagine if Mr. Jordan Theodore and Mr. Herb Pope decided not to come to Seton Hall and play basketball here. You know what? Herbie and Theo, I got to tell you is that, you could have gone down the road a little bit and played for that other university down off the turnpike, but you know what? Scarlet red is not your color. I'm glad you made the choice to be here today. Yes, it's been 20 years since I sat in those same seats, folks, and graduated from this wonderful university, Seton Hall University. And I can honestly tell you, 20 years later, I am still sitting in that same seat. Sometimes things don't change, and sometimes the impossible just takes a little longer. But I remember I could take myself back to that day when I graduated, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I was full of mixed emotions. There was a part of me that felt a tremendous sense of accomplishment. And on the other hand, there was a tremendous amount of fear, of uncertainty as to what the next step in my life was going to be. I remember shortly after returning home after graduation that day and going to something that had given me a lot of security over the years. It was a poem that my father had given me shortly after I was paralyzed, 1986. It was a poem that's helped me not only get through that major time in my life, but helped me get through the transition that I faced in '92 and many other transitions, challenges, some good, some quite challenging and painful. I want to share with you that poem today, something that I do not do too often, but I think it's appropriate, and I hope it brings you some of the same comfort and joy and intestinal fortitude that it's given me. It's entitled "It's Okay" by Lane Parsons. It's okay to be afraid of the things we don't understand. It's okay to feel anxious when things aren't working our way. It's okay to feel lonely even when you're with other people. It's okay to feel unfulfilled because you know something is missing, even if you're not sure what it is. It's okay to think and worry and cry. It's okay to do whatever you have to do. But just remember, too, that eventually you're going to adjust to the changes that life brings your way. And you'll realize that it's okay to laugh again and to love again. And it's okay to get to the point in life that is full and satisfying and good to you. And it will be that way because you made it that way. Now, I know many of you out there are sitting with mixed emotions, and that's okay. I know many of you out there have a clear direction of where you want to go. Maybe it's a job that you've secured or have lined up, or continuing education is where you want to go. It's okay. I want to let others of you know who, you know what, there might be an element of uncertainty there. You might have an idea, but the plan might not be in place yet. And I want to let you know it's okay. And I know there are others of you out there who are totally clueless right now, who have absolutely no idea what you want to do, where you want to go, what you want to create. And I'm letting each and every one of you know that it's okay. And if anyone right now is any of those places in which you don't have that direction, you don't have that path that looks pretty clear for you right now, is I want you to think about 3 individuals right now. And maybe the pressure isn't just that you're putting on yourself. Maybe it's those around you. I hope this will put a smile on your face and maybe put some of those people who are putting that pressure on you a little bit out at bay for a little while. There are 3 individuals. The first individual, his name is Bill Gates. The second individual, his name is Mark Zuckerberg. And the third individual is with us in spirit today, but the late Steve Jobs. You can tell yourself and tell all of them that they have not accomplished something that you have accomplished. They have not obtained something that you have obtained, and that is a college degree. Give yourself a round of applause for that. You know what I miss, and I hope you miss it too? I ask you, when was the last time someone asked you what you wanted to be when you grow up? What you wanted to be when you grow up? You know what? A lot of you are going to ask today, you know what are you doing when you leave here? Where are you going to work? What type of continuing education are you going to follow through with? Where are you going? And while all those questions are important, I don't want to minimize them. You know what? I'm in a place right now that's still wondering what you want to be now that you have grown up. So do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, please close your eyes for a moment. I want you to bring the attention to the center of your chest, your heart at this moment. I want you to ask yourself, what it would feel like if you knew you could not fail? And what it would be like if money wasn't an issue, meaning you have plenty of it. What would you want to be right here, right now? And okay, what would you like to be doing? Even though last time I checked, we were human beings, not human doings. Now do me a favor, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And please open your eyes. Now maybe for that fleeting moment, there was some level of excitement that came to you. I think you just tapped into a passion. And I'm sure that there are many passions that you have in life. Passion is your fuel, ladies and gentlemen. It is your 24-hour energy drink that is available to you at any moment if you want to tap into, and knowing full well wherever it is that you're heading, I hope that you have that passion in your life. I hope there's also purpose. Purpose. These are the destinations in life. These are the places that you're going to go, full of trials and tribulations. And then you're the driver. You're the one who's going to determine how much passion you're going to have in your life. You're the one who's going to determine what direction you're going to go into. You're going to be the one who's going to honor your greatest power as a human being, and that is your power to choose. So I ask you right now, where your choice is going to take you. You know where they brought you up to. Where are they going to take you? Now, when I think of this word passion, and I think of the word purpose, and I think of this driver called you, we have many individuals in this room who truly exemplify all of the meanings of these words. There's one individual who comes to mind, someone who many of you know, someone who I know many of you, just like me, if they're driving through this thing called life, you would so gladly sit shotgun next to them. I'm talking about Seton Hall's very own Professor Michael Reuter from the business school. Professor Reuter, or as I call him, Mike, and he pretty much asks everyone to call him Mike. He is full of passion, so much passion that it's contagious. You just want to be in his company. He is full of so much purpose. His purpose is simple: to serve his students, to serve his fellow man. And his purpose and his passion grows each and every day to the point where it makes this man unstoppable. I actually think from time to time, and I ask the question, I don't know who's responsible for it here, but I'm not sure if this man even gets paid. He loves his job so much. Michael, do you get paid? Oh, we'll talk about that later. But there are, again, so many other examples that are in this room of people with that same passion and purpose and focusing on themselves as the driver in this thing called life. Now, since we have that mission to get that passion, to find our purpose, and to be the driver through this thing called life, I think you need, some navigation skills here. And you know what, over the past few months, I've been thinking about you guys nonstop. And I was thinking about you probably the most a week ago. See, one of my passions in life is coaching kids. I love coaching kids. I'm actually blessed to have the opportunity to coach my first grader and 39 other first graders in this thing called track and field. And I think about some of the navigational skills the other day that just reminded me of where you are now and maybe where it is that you want to go. And I remember having them all there, front and center, looking at me as we're preparing to learn what it's like to do a 50-yard dash. Very difficult for someone who can't run. But we were going to show them how it's done. And at first we got them in each and every lane, and we said, you know what, just look forward. Don't look in either lane. I think it's a great message for all of you to say, you know what, stay in your lane. Stay focused. Now, every once in a while, and I remember one child, is that I think it was a butterfly or a moth. All of a sudden, he became a little distracted. And he started running out of his lane. But he got back into that lane, and he finished the race. Along this race, this thing called life, is that we're going to face challenges. There was another young man who actually I'd never seen it done before, lost both of his shoes while he was running, and stopped and put them back on and got up and finished the race. We all know when we're moving forward in our lives, when we look left or we look right, we can actually slow down in life. Keep looking forward. Keep meeting that goal. But also understanding that at the end of this thing called race, and all during the race too, it's about service. It's about helping one another. I remember when we had different heats, a group of kids ran through. And then all of a sudden, one of those kids who came up to me, and I felt a little tug at my shirt, was my son, Ray. And he said, "Daddy," he said, "do you know that there's a little girl," he didn't even know her name. It's a little girl who forgot to bring her water bottle. "Don't you have an extra one in your backpack?" And I said, "Yeah." And he went over and he gave it to her. And it reminded us, no matter what, no matter how focused we are at our goals, no matter what it is that we want to achieve, we have to remember that it's about service to others. And then I gathered them all together. And I said, each and every day when we're here at practice, there's two things that we're going to remember every day. And that's to try your best and have fun. I want you to imagine each and every day waking up, and no matter how awesome the day actually looks or how challenging it may look, I want you to say to yourself, I'm going to try my best. No matter what, I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to try my best. And no matter how the day actually pans out, no matter how awesome it actually was, no matter how challenging it actually was, before your head hits the pillow on the other side of the day, you ask yourself, did I actually try my best? And did I have fun? And if you could say to yourself that each and every day, I promise you, is that you're still going to face challenges in your life, but they're going to be minor speed bumps as compared to major mountains you're going to have to climb. See, the journey is yours. Each and every one of you is on a unique journey. It will not be replicated. It will not be duplicated. Never has, never will. Each and every one of you now has to honor that journey. But as I said before, there are going to be challenges along the way. There are going to be challenges along the way. Is that there was a student at a university, not this university, another university, in which he got a term paper back, and it was his C. And he actually, the theme of this term paper was to basically put together a business plan for a reliable overnight delivery service. He got a C. Many years later, after he graduated, ended up raising $138 million. Some from the bank, some through investors, some through his family. $138 to start up a company called FedEx. To call FedEx. Again, I want you to take every single failure and I want you to turn it into feedback, knowing full well that it is part of the journey. And I want you to really honor yourself for every success that you create, but knowing full well is that we either evolve or we dissolve. And knowing full well that the journey continues for you as well. In examining what it is that you're accomplishing here today, I said, you know what, let me reach out to a few of the graduates here. Let me see what you have to say. I asked them a few questions. Two of your students out there, what your biggest accomplishment was here, and what your biggest challenge was, and how you handled it. I reached out to two students. One student got back to me within a few hours with maybe a paragraph of answers. The other student got back to me with a 5-page dissertation. And I realized at that moment just how unique we really are. But you know what? Both of these individuals can light up a room just by being in it. And I have that level of comfort, just as I have with all of you out there today, that you're going to make it. The first individual, Mr. Peter Dill, where are you? Wave to me, Mr. Dill, where are you? Hey, Mr. Dill, it's nice to see you, my friend. Congratulations. Mr. Peter Dill told me that his biggest challenge, which I found very interesting, was the biggest achievement from the other individual I'm going to make. His biggest challenge was freshman year. He said, I came to this university thinking I knew everything about everything. in which he said I was 18 years old and I realized I didn't know a thing. Is that Peter said by really getting together and making friends, becoming part of that Seton Hall Pirate basketball team, it allowed him to spread his wings and learn from that experience of freshman year and helped him to grow and evolve into the person that he is today. So again, his biggest challenge eventually became his biggest achievement. Being a member of that incredible family that Coach Willard assembled with the men's basketball team is one of his biggest joys. And I know that he will take that experience and go far in life. I salute you, Mr. Dill. The second individual, Miss Amanda Carpa. Where are you, Miss Carpa? Nice to see you, my friend. Congratulations to you. Ms. Carpa actually said freshman year was the most rewarding, it was the best experience of her years. She said, you know what, she was lost. She said, but they all came in, the class of 2012 with this, a camaraderie, a sense of togetherness. They were all trying to find their same groups, their groups in which, you know what, they wanted to grow and learn together. And Ms. Carpa ended up, I mean, if you meet her, her ability and her willingness to want to connect with others is contagious as well. I can tell that she is a student of Mr. Michael Reuters. And she basically, wherever she goes, is that she tries to raise the level of spirit of everyone else around her. She's an opportunist. And I know that every single experience that she has in life, she's going to make the most of. Congratulations to you, Ms. Carpa. Now, I also had a chance, is that our honorary degree recipient, Mr. Ken Hackett, I sent him an email and I asked him, because he's achieved so much, you heard what was said about him, you've read it, is that the man has achieved greatness in so many areas of life. But I asked him what his college experience, how it helped him to get to the point where he was today. And he said, whatever the conspiracy of events and experiences at college, he said, I know that it was basically built on the foundation. It was laid on the foundation of a faith-filled family life. And I thought that was powerful. I thought that was powerful. I congratulate you, my friend, on a wonderful degree that you've received today, but also being a shining example to those around you today. Which takes me to the family that we have surrounding us today, is that I think it's an extraordinarily symbolic moment. If you think about where you are now, right now, and you're seated, and I hope that you carry this memory wherever you go, is that you probably have some friends around you, maybe who you're going to call extended family. And then you look a little bit outside of that, and maybe there's a professor or two who you know what, you've added over the years to that extended family. Then you go beyond and you see your Seton Hall family, who will always be here to help you and to support you and let you know that you don't have to go at this thing called life alone, and we're here to support you. And then you go a little bit further, and they're your family and friends. Is that, again, there's no one in here who has that journey that's not unique. It's unique to you and will never be duplicated. But again, I want you to understand that you are not alone and that it's okay wherever you are right now. The world right now is your greatest classroom. It's your biggest classroom. Your life experiences are your daily classes, some of which you will pass, some of which you will fail. But knowing full well that a lot of those life experiences right now have led you up to this moment, I will tell you right now, today, you have passed with flying colors. I am proud of you. Everyone in this room is proud of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here today. Good luck on your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chesney, for your inspiring comments. Dr. Gabriel Esteban is Seton Hall University's 20th president. His strategic vision and dedication to the primacy and centrality of academics will keep Seton Hall on the course for transformation to even greater success, while it continues to be a home for the mind, the heart, and the spirit. To charge the class of 2012, I invite President Esteban to come forward. Dr. Esteban.
Thank you, Dr. Robinson. First of all, congratulations, class of 2012. Welcome, Archbishop Myers, trustees, regents, distinguished faculty and colleagues, students, parents, family, guests, and friends. One part of your journey of transformation has ended. Another begins for you now. Along with your parents, families, and friends, I express my heartfelt congratulations and pride in what you have accomplished. For me, these past several months have been quite invigorating as my wife Josephine and I crisscross the country, meeting with our alumni, parents of our students and potential students at 23 separate events. Our journey took us from California to Chicago, from Dallas to Red Bank, and we spoke to well over 1,000 Setonians and friends over the course of this academic year. At one of the events, I was presented a book by an alumna and parent of a student, Dr. Dora Cantu. The book, titled Rediscover Catholicism, was authored by Matthew Kelly. Kelly writes that there are two things that differentiate great leaders, champions, and saints from the rest of us. The first is that they have a single-mindedness of purpose that guides them in their lives. The second is that they develop habits to help them achieve their goals. Michael Jordan, he writes, as an example, wanted to be the greatest basketball player of all time. So Jordan focused on developing habits to achieve his goal. One can hardly imagine the number of hours he spent practicing his shots, studying game films, and working out. On the other hand, Mother Teresa's singular goal was to love God with all her heart and to do His will. She devoted her entire long life, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in His service, and let very little detract her from doing God's will. What are your goals? What will your passion be in life? Where will your journey take you? Today I charge you, Seton Hall class of 2012, to find your passion and make the most of your lives and the gifts you've been given. As graduates of Seton Hall University, and like those before you on your continuing journey, you will be given opportunities to make your mark on this world. Some of you will end up become CEOs of major corporations, or maybe create the next Facebook. Wherever you go on your journey, please remember Seton Hall. Some of you may become school teachers, nurses, or other healthcare professionals, diplomats, or priests. Answering your call to service, please remember Alma Mater. Whatever your chosen profession or field of endeavor, we ask that you live your lives guided by the values of this great Catholic university. We ask that you remember those who came before you to make Seton Hall a great place to learn. We ask that you think of those who will follow you as students and give back something of yourself to them. For they will stand on your shoulders and seek your guidance as they find their way on their own journeys. In years to come, you and your generation will be evaluated not by what you've gained by yourselves, for yourselves, but by what you have done as servants of others, your country, community, family, indeed the world. Never cease giving back to those who look to you now as leaders with great potential and great gifts. When you turn your blessings you have received into blessings for other people, then you will be leaders through servant leaders. Peter Buffett, the son of Warren Buffett, recently released a book titled Life is What You Make of It. In his book, Peter writes that economic prosperity may come and go. That's just how it is. But values are the steady currency that earns us the all-important rewards. I charge you now, as you take the next steps on your journey, to take the knowledge and values you have received at Seton Hall into God's world. Value the people around you more than the things around you. Add value to all you touch with generosity and consideration for the needs of others. In that generous spirit, stay close to Seton Hall always. Nurture those who follow you, and give of yourselves without stinting to this community that has formed and educated you. May the Lord of all the seasons, the Lord of our lives, keep you safe on your continuing journey of transformation. Be not afraid to ask for His grace to sustain you and to lift you up. In the words of St. Augustine, pray as though everything depended on God, but work as though everything depended on you. God bless you, and go Pirates!
Thank you, Dr. Esteban. It is now my pleasure to welcome again to the podium Monsignor James Cafone, who will present His Grace, the Most Reverend John J. Myers, Archbishop of Newark. Monsignor Cafone.
May I be permitted a personal note? I was sitting there thinking that in the more than 150 years of the history of this great university, almost all of our presidents have been Roman Catholic priests, and therefore there's something very unique that's happening today. The daughter of our president is graduating. And something to me that's even more touching is the fact that her grandmother, her mother, her father is here, her family, but her grandmother came to see her graduate all the way from the Philippines. I will ask her to stand. Hearty congratulations to all of our graduates and their families and members and their friends, many of whom I know have come from distant places. Now, it is my privilege to introduce the president of Seton Hall University's Board of Regents and the chairman of our Board of Trustees, the Most Reverend John Joseph Myers, Archbishop of Newark. His Grace graduated from the North American College in Rome and was ordained to the priesthood in 1966. Ordained a bishop in 1987, he subsequently served as the diocesan bishop of Peoria and then was appointed Archbishop of Newark in 2001. We are justly proud that our Archbishop is also the chairman of the Board of Trustees of the North American College in Rome and is a sitting member on the boards of the Catholic University of America in Washington and Mount St. Mary's University in Maryland. His Grace has dedicated himself to the goal of advancing Catholic education in our archdiocese, carrying forward the mission originally undertaken more than 150 years ago by the first Bishop of Newark, James Roosevelt Bailey. His Grace is the 9th Shepherd of the Archdiocese of Newark and its 5th Archbishop. I am pleased to present to you the spiritual father of the Church of Newark and of our beloved university, Archbishop John J. Myers.
President Esteban, Provost Robinson, distinguished guests and honorees, Mr. Chesney, Mr. Hackett, but most of all, men and women of Seton Hall's class of 2012, congratulations. Today is the culmination of years of study and hard work. It is a great achievement for each one of you, and you deserve to be praised. Equal praise is due to your parents, your families, your friends, as has been mentioned, and all who have supported you spiritually, emotionally, and financially during your time at Seton Hall. You are moving on to a new phase of your lives, to something new and different, and I hope exciting and fruitful. I am certain that you are aware that you enter a world in constant tumult, cultural, social, political, and economic. It is easy to lose your bearings and become discouraged. In the endlessly shifting sands of today's global society, you must find rocks of stability that will sustain you, that will not fail you. You must have faith in yourselves and generosity in your hearts. You must have faith in God. For those of us of the Catholic faith that inspires this great university, and those of other Christian denominations, that faith is in Jesus Christ, the incarnate Son of God. For those who follow the Jewish and Muslim traditions, that faith is in the one God. For those whose culture and beliefs are founded in other traditions, it is in the way of life and the customs and beliefs that they hold dear. As you enter the next phase of your lives, there is a very basic truth that must remain in your hearts. It is a very simple truth. We are created by God. You and I are created by God, and we are created like God. Each one of us, whether we are tall or short, large or small, whether we are beautiful or not so beautiful, whether we are rich or poor, or somewhere in between, each one of us is a reflection of Almighty God. We are children of God. As a child of God, each one of us is of infinite value, from the moment of our conception to the moment of our natural death. To treat another person as if he or she was not of infinite value is a blasphemy. Created by God, we are created for God. God is one. In his unity is all beauty. God is true. In him is all truth. God is good. In him is all that is good. As his creation, we are created for unity, for the beautiful, for the true, for the good. Sometimes we deceive ourselves and seek satisfaction in the disunity of relativism, in the ugly and the profane, in what is false or what is evil, and we wonder why we are not satisfied. We are created for God, and anything less than the one, the beautiful, the true, and the good, anything less than God will never, never satisfy us. Deep in our hearts, we are aware that this is a moral universe, that good and evil matter, that life and truth matter, that all continue to affirm all that is good and to reject what is evil. Let us always live affirming life and truth. It is my hope that you will carry with you the spirit of Seton Hall, and remember that all of us are called to the service of one another. In the words of the first letter of St. Peter, as each one has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. Whoever preaches, let it be with the words of God. Whoever serves, let it be with the strength that God supplies, so that in all things God may be glorified through Jesus Christ, to whom belong glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. And I thank you.
Thank you, Archbishop Myers. It is now time in the program when each baccalaureate candidate of the class of 2012 will be personally recognized. Graduates will come onto the stage using the stairs on the left side of the stage as directed by their faculty and seating marshals. Graduates, please present your name cards to the reader at the dais. Then proceed across the stage for the personal congratulations of university officials. It is my pleasure to welcome to the podium Dr. Peter R., Associate Professor of Religion, who will read the names of the graduates. A member of Seton Hall's class of 1962, Dr. R. is celebrating the 50th anniversary of receiving his baccalaureate degree. Dr. R.
Thank you, Dr. Robinson. We will begin with the Immaculate Conception Seminary School of Theology. These candidates will be greeted by His Grace Archbishop Myers, Ms. Kent Manahan, Member of the Board of Regents, President Gabriel Esteban, and Monsignor Robert Coleman, Rector and Dean of the school. At the far end of the stage, candidates will also be greeted by Mr. James Orsini, Member of the Board of Regents and President of the Seton Hall University Alumni Association. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts in Theology please come to the dais? Marco Vitrano, Yakov Vidov, Yvette Fernander, Bogol Misiuk, Jonathan Michael Dema, John Michael Barron, Christopher John Conant, Martin Hipkins, Danny Alexis Pavon. Congratulations, graduates. Next, we will welcome candidates from the John C. Whitehead School of Diplomacy and International Relations. These candidates will be greeted by His Grace Archbishop Myers, Ms. Kent Manahan, Member of the Board of Regents, President Gabriel Esteban, and Ambassador John Menzies, Dean of the school. At the far end of the stage, candidates will also be greeted by Mr. James Orsini, Member of the Board of Regents and President of the Seton Hall University Alumni Association. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Diplomacy and International Relations please rise and come to the dais? Felicia Bach, Wiebke Balke,
Salvatore Russo Tiese, Brooke Roma Salvatore, David Reyes, Lauren Billy, Raquel Marie Bedoya, Kia Alexis Glenn Smith, Renee Allison Callender, Andrea M. Morelli, Kelsey A. Coolidge, Christina Marie Schwab, Daria Alexandrovna Chiraskova Preston, Violetta A. Venegas, Jessica N. Renner, Marlene Giuseppe Fabre, Brandon Christopher Battle, Anthony Michael Chimente, Nike Mohammed Belatain, Tercia Miranda, Patrick Wedlock, William Peter Suggs, Khulud Kume, Raphael David Baseman, Alexander Blake Cohen, Zeleny M. Fabre, Alicia Rodriguez, Elizabeth Soma Dudley, Margie Lisette Puente, Rachel Doan, Ashley Perez, Rebecca Pauline Rivard, Jacqueline A. Wood, Hilal Kalinich, Leila Radoncic, Konstantina Sukas, Milan Stanic, Caleb Adams Barnhart, Omar Ahmad, Alexandra Sylvia Balanescu, Christopher Michael Garcia, Stephen John Bosloper, Sean McLeod, Megan Elizabeth Schuttler, Horin Clemente Tejada, Victoria Marie Garrick, Amelia Snoblin, Rachel Rosenstruck, Victoria Wasserman, Kathleen Shirley Walsh, Usman Las Maiga, Madhu Naire, Catherine Leininger, Alyssa Marie Alfano, Charlie Jean Strassman, Huma Ahmed, Anna Jerkadze, Monica Ann Gazy, Grant McIntyre, Yasmin El Karimi, Legna Perez, Sarah Shadid, Fatef Gueye. Congratulations, graduates. Next, we will welcome candidates from the College of Nursing. These candidates will be greeted by S.G. Archbishop Myers, Ms. Kent Manahan, member of the Board of Regents, President Gabriel Esteban, and Dr. Phyllis Hansel, Dean of the College. At the far end of the stage, candidates will also be greeted by Mr. James Orsini, member of the Board of Regents, and President of the Seton Hall University Alumni Association. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science please rise and come to the dais? Beth Marie DeGruccio, Catherine A. Harris, Michelle Mary Jagoski, Aida Palomino, Victoria Marie Maitola, Marisa Victoria Lusavio, Julianne Brennan, Emily Marie Monformoso, Liliana Pereira, Francis Lin, Isaac Osewusi, Connie Pack, Catherine Sarah Hooper,
Marcio Regino, Mohini Shailesh Patel, Christine Rose Lugar, Kellyanne Thalaker, Franklin Nunez, Carrie A. Tana, Alex McLean, Ashley Taylor Blair, Nicole Danielle Lowenstein, Martha Marie McKay, Marilyn Grace Purvis, Megan Ann Rathbun, Caitlin Morgan Carl, Jalpa Soni, Grace Madial, William Christopher Moreo, Stephen Patrick Schneider, Cynthia Leon, Melissa Mercado, Lamisha Marie Lawrence, Marisa Nicole Stritt, Catherine Marie Legreci, Kim Carney, Gravidia Michelle Alexandra, Eugenie Shen, Stevie Nicole Couris, Nicole Lauren Keating, Amanda Dahl, Sarah Marie Runyon, Rebecca Lauren Bathrick, Amanda J. Herring, Desula Del Jules, Yvonne Kuzniak, Abigail Sewa, Jacqueline Boadu, Bessie Ageman Badu, Salome Adi Morton, Sylvia Tamaklo, Julian Trefena Grant, Vislan Fleurisson, Christiana Adakun Njoku, Nicole N. Salada, Anton John Militar, Camille J. Guion, Benjamin Lee, Javier Esparilla Pineda, Kimberly Ann Panganilan, Effie Ejoa, Aisha Nicole Hargrove, Amanda Naia, Anissa Barton, Jocelyn Anne Marie Werner, Elizabeth Ann Bowercott, Nicole Yoninger, Maria Shortino, Christina Michelle Chinelli, Ashley Lynn Frayne, Tuesday C. Rowan, Melissa Ashley Orante, Francis Alino Mendoza, James Ryan Del Rio Paz, Marie I. Camby, Dorothy O. O'Caro, Christine Kaminsky, Grace Ann Walden, Colleen Elizabeth Lyko, Daria Castillo, Jillian Marie Bucciero, Felicia Bernal, Lillian Akinyi Ilamahana, Kimberly Sanvillis, Nicole Alicia Leslie, Alan Palmieri, Jeanette Rubio Cahill, Daniel Michael DeBerto, Gina L. Neglia, Carly Snodgrass, Yesenia Manino, Yanesi Rosario, Elaine Alvarez, Cari Rivera, Cristina Sanchez, Sonia Luis, Martina Eliezer, Rhoda Wagithi Mwangi, Kenneth O'Galley, James Lewis Robert, Eugenia Robert, Obiajerio Namma, Joanna Kezia Joseph, Elizabeth Ann Fortis, Jeanette Diaz, Ashley Marie Marsden, Elizabeth Louise Gabriel, Rosaline Adoga, Amira C. of Acevedo, Kate McLaughlin, Shanta Kazo, Carrie Ann Barrett Green, Cherise McCauley, Odessa Carey Gross, Alicia Sharon Footskeet, Amber Lisa Marcantonio, Daniela Bracciale, Bethany Sigley, Alexandria Isabel Pounds, Christina Savo, Samantha Vanderhoof, Ashley Lynn Sibio, Crystal Ann Brew, Jessie Alexandra Barboza, Laura Teresa Natoli, Catherine Stancato, Mary Princess Layug, Jyoting Wen, Supakimar Patel, Audrey Steinbrecher, Tara Nicole Hester, Philip Paragas, Alina Neri Paragas, Benjamin Andrew Garcia, Reginald Bona, Aaliyah Noel Davis, Danielle Marie Jelinski, Fauzia Mohammed Adams, Dantley Rakepo, Chantal Camille Campbell, Tatiana Vanessa Duplessis, Christine Marie Vega, Bianca Jeanette Burgos, Jamila Shivers, Cassandra Berra, Elizabeth Henderson, Aaron Fantasia, Kevin Roberta Cainting, Marie David, Ricky James Jewell, Ray Alvin C. Garcia. Congratulations, graduates. Next, we will welcome candidates from the College of Education and Human Services. These candidates will be greeted by His Grace Archbishop Myers, Ms. Kent Manahan, member of the Board of Regents, President Gabriel Esteban, and Dr. Joseph D. Piero, Dean of the College. At the far end of the stage, candidates will also be greeted by Mr. James Orsini, member of the Board of Regents and President of the Seton Hall University Alumni Association. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Education please rise and come to the dais? Gabriel Therese Guadagnino, Samantha Marie Fortin, Ariana Lucia Gravinese, Milena Marie Michelopoulos, Angelica Rodriguez, Carrie Marie Rogers, Megan Elizabeth Garner, Anne-Marie Ionero, Gregory John D'Amato, Dana Marie Cunningham, Carrie Ann Marie Talone, Lauren Sarah Lehman, Valerie Claire Noble, Joseph Anthony Perna, Henry Shea Surgent, Kim J. Garney, Amanda E. Buckley, Damon Staples, Melissa Palulo, Courtney Scott, Christina Marie Hunter, Carrie Smith, Danielle Madjakovich, Julie M. O'Neill, Bianca N. Chiarello, Monica Rocha, Drew S. Spera, Megan Soltis, Marco Francesco Alberti, Megan Elizabeth Dunham, Talisha Danielle Hokins, Daniela Pick, Jessica Fuller, Catherine M. Sinclair, Thomas J. Orsini, Brian Day Hinds, Gina Ariel Loricella, Michael Balaconis, Joseph H. Forlini, Anne-Marie Kennedy, Matthew J. Masiello, Meredith Pancella, James Richard Rooney, Aliana Marie Quattrocchi, Brianna Marie McMillan, Marissa Cristina Moyo, Christina A. Esposito, Stephanie Marie Kramer, Jacqueline Nassisi, Laura Armasini, Tara Rose Bradshaw, Kelly Ribeiro Joao, Stephen Anthony Yeo, Vanessa Virvoli Vasquez, Christina Adubato, Victoria Lynn Leatherwood, Ashley Erin Wagner, Kristen Elizabeth Rusterholz, Desiree Marie Testa, Jenna Marie DePompo, Michelle Gagliardi, Emily Marie King, Alexia Lynn Sherman, Erin Ann Kohler, Lauren Capizzi, Jacqueline M. De Benedetto, Nathan Charles Morin, Brian Thomas Clark, Alexandria Bandic, Brittany Nicole Scholes, Lisa Marie Ferranda, Brittany Mary Zahodnik, Justine Maria Campitiello, Leanne Messina, Christina Lynn Sorbara, Denise Gauntlet, Danielle Nagel, Christopher L. Lay, Sr., Daniel Alejandro Ortiz, Maria Rose Wager, Andrew D. Francis, Christopher Spall, Matthew Sartori, Christina Corrente, Tracy Lee Napier, Catherine Elizabeth Becker, Talisha Camille Grubbs, Julianne Rodriguez Casas, Daniela Jurisic, Jaime Stephanie Quay, Susan Elise Naring, Michael Louis Falconeri, Brittany C. Blozen, Jacqueline Marie Lucarelli, Brienne Noel Farrelly, Sarah Eileen DeJaimo, Ruba Qasim, Chelsea King, Caitlin Elizabeth Milazzo. Congratulations, graduates. Next, we will welcome candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences. These candidates will be greeted by His Grace Archbishop Myers, Ms. Kent Manahan, member of the Board of Regents, President Gabriel Esteban, and Dr. Joan Getty, Dean of the College. At the far end of the stage, candidates will also be greeted by Mr. James Orsini, member of the Board of Regents and President of the Seton Hall University Alumni Association. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts please rise and come to the dais? Aaron Spreen. That was fast.
Oh, there we go.
I guess there's more. Cards up. Aliana Alexis Alfaro, Erin Elizabeth Bell, Christopher John Cagna, Edward Young John Millar, Kiyomi Therese Riera, Marek Schwast, Wayne Nochi Polatkan, Joshua Richard Meyer, Morgan Catherine Tornetta, Kaylee Ann Germain, Elizabeth Ann Archer, Gregor Hugo Yanarella, Caitlin Marie Kwiatkowski, Christine Marcella Robel, Ashley Nicole Mans, Jennifer C. Borland, Megan Elise Kelly, Jacqueline Michelle Estrada, Luis Rolando Villafranca, Jarvis Williamson Jr., Jason Bartholomew Simmons, Payal Patel, Amanda Page Frankel, Liam Andrew Brayerton, Danielle Chisholm, Whitney Monet Hatcher, Asia Stribling, Diazia Simone Brox, Patrick Parrish, Ashley Marie Ferry,
Nicole Mariana Condito, Christopher M. Romanowski, Kellyanne Roy, Matthew David Picciano, Anna Kristen Shire, Kristen Ann Genova, Marissa Shazan, Erica Del Vento, Tiffany Francine Priolo, Gabriela Canella, Maria Mega, Kathleen Elizabeth Pagliaro, Shane Hamilton, Ariel Rivera, David Lewis, Skylar Beecher, Leland James Wilsey, Joshua Joseph Kudre, Amanda Jessica Lisno, Jonathan Douglas Tom, Caitlin Maloney, Annie Rose Casone, Britlin Kalin, Julia Tulanowski, Melvin Benjamin Andrade, Jeffrey Charles Lane, Martise Robinson, Daniel Kenneth Mendez, Stephanie Marie Vuono, Taylor Korzak, Charles Noah Hurley, Kyle Davis, Nicole Finn, Sarah Marie Olson, Alberto Gutierrez, Michael Patrick Toland, Ari Merdler, Stephen Hernandez, Sean Patrick Eady, Daniel J. Knox, Jackson Thomas Hearn, Aida Valerio, Justin Royce Bellafemine, Andrew J. Bonfiglio, Michael James Horgan, Amanda Adele Turner, William Hanosek, Maria Mount, Kristen Sheehy, Andy Lee Wong, Joseph Scalzadona, Blake Vincent Brown, Megan Perry, Jason Scott Tatey, Marcus Patrick Gilchrist, Akwazempa Eze, Patrick Aloysius Riley, Robert Clampett, Angela Marie LaFranca, Brian Edward Taylor, Andrew Francis Bolletino, Michael Robert Delaney Lovely, Nicholas Jolko, Peter Francis Stanziano, Roman Hadi, Anthony Colta, Jamie Legislator, Ebony Esther Rose Jones, Nicole Marie Washington, Danielle Auguste, Jason Paul Garetti, Nicholas Alfred Gemma, Brittany Martinez, Christopher Ryan Duquette, Nicholas Simonidis, Joseph Siegel, Ursula Phillips, Brittany Alexander Celia Bruce, Mary Elizabeth Hallion, Dwight Nathaniel Parker Jr., Darrell Stroud, Jasmine B. Crew, McAmey Michael, Ari Ledley, Amanda Nicole Berliner, Solomon Bernard Lewis, Sierra Sherelle Knox, Letitia Ann Harris, Wendy Akua Kwanzaa, Jamisa Q. Walker, Alexander Ames, Amani Coley, Alvy Bender, Evelina Renee, Wendy Jean, Marisa Diane Martyr, Rosalie Marie Virgilio, Whitney Taylor Wood, Megan Elizabeth Matuziak, Troy Arthur Spencer, Jeffrey Sfraga, Azariah Abdiel Clifton, Peter F. Dill, Jordan Theodore, Herbert Lee Pope, Jennifer Claire Ostaszewski. Danielle Marie Dorsey. Janine Marie Petito. Chelsea Nikchik. Melanie Ann Hogan. Catherine Ann Moran. Alyssa Margaret Lamont. Taylor Bianco. Courtney Nicole Kolarski. Nicole Marie Brown Fontana. Jillian Lee Straub. Nicholas M. Tumarello. Richard Lawrence Hershey III. Jessica Dost. Cassandra Austin. Christine De La Rosa. Raina Marie Salvatore. Dana Jill Cotillo. Natasha Marie Pereira. Sarah Elizabeth Seymour. Nange Mary Estella Sam. Amani Taylor. Taylor Sansbury. Brian Gregory Gibbs. Austin Taylor King. Tiffany Nicole Mongiardini Battista. Kimberly Ann Bolognini. Amanda Leah Vitale. Vincent Joseph Taccardi Jr. Henry Warner. Chase Thomas Gray. Benedict R. Mejia. Ryan Garrett Parker. Dale Timothy Anderson. Michael Christopher Betts Jr. John Polanin III. Jennifer A. Graham Macht. Jillianne Leceste. Teji Ashmead. Barbara DeNose. John Dawson Neufeld. Ashley Marie Beamish. Taylor Ariel Wilson. Megan Milazzo. Michael Cruz. Rawan Yusha. Gabriela Victoria Giuffre. Stephanie Rosalski. Leah Michelle Samani. Dylan Owens. Laurie Marie Simone. Megan Bertiome. Amanda Marie Majewski. Derek Martinez. Catherine O'Brien. Taylor Christine Hamilton. Nicole Elise Pesky. Nicolaus Diakos. Elizabeth Bolina. Catherine Mascari. Joseph Nicholas Pastino. Natalie Marie Miller Schifferl. Richard Philip Santosuso. Joseph E. Hopkins. Nicole Ann Langobardo. Luca Mariana Battaglia. Michael Weeks. Patrice Therese Kubik. Roseanne Patricia Johnson. Caitlin Ann Cunning. William Marchant Jr. John Paul Leanish. Michael William McKenna. John Hartwig. Christopher Stanley Chaleva. Craig David Bichot. Aaron Walsh. Catherine Mary Lapp. Carly Martin. Gabriella Petrillo. John Joseph Valentovich. Joanna Francis Toole. Nicole Francis Patet. Matthew Michael Lapsley. Cedric Amagnis. Dennis Sedai. Thomas Donald Wyman. Angela Joan Pete. Michael John DeProspo. Megan Elizabeth Peason. Megan Hansen. Marissa Kane Brayton. Caitlin Marie Saporito. Michael Kevin Bean. Christopher John Shedlock. Timothy Brian Lacroix. Mary M. Grease. Ana Martinez. Daisy Ujoa. Andrea Gialamberti. Jesse Joseph Valentine. Michael Grajales.
Jose Suriel, Wendy Renaga, Carla Zavala, Naomi Roney, Vanessa Sapin, Melissa Guevara, Christine Baptista, Lynette Rodriguez, Shondell Wilson, Bradley Ann Kerstetter, Agostino Zamiello, Richard Bowen Eason, Fidelia Estefania Perez, Antoine McCall, Nicole Jeleznik, Charisse Lorraine Bryant, Nicholas Giovanni Parco, Amanda A. Monteleone, Justin Beebe, Caitlin Duffy, Caitlin Clyde Cunningham, Samantha Elizabeth Desmond, Eric J. Madrano, Shane Doherty Overgard, John C. Mastriakovo, Kathleen Oberholzer, Jessica Marie Canavan, Andrea Aguirre, Lindell Areno, Lidette Ann Cuenco Concordia, Ryan Lynn Mickelson, Michelle Ann Medeiros, Joan Carolina Orejuela, Alyssa Barali, Brittany Jade Mullen, Victoria Tolan, Samantha Nicole Polizzi, Maria Margaret Lentini, Samantha N. Corey, Jessica Camp, Elizabeth Claire Wilk, Michelle Rose Tiscornia, Alexandra Mary Lubischer, Jared Christopher Crockett, Brendan Higashi, Caitlin N. Carroll, Julia Coltrinari, Marissa Rose Haight, Jillian Patricia McManus, Kayla Sarenson, Guadera Elizabeth Simmons, Melanie Rose Filoco, Vanessa Gutierrez, Rebecca Schaffner, Christina Zamora, Natalie Almonte, Juliette K. Hughes, Antoinette Josephine Dixon, Enrico Patina Daly, Matthew Bryant, Julian Philip Muster, David Guzik, Shannon Elizabeth Moorcraft, Caitlin Elizabeth O'Leary, Amanda Laterza, Tia Maria Labruno, Elizabeth Lautenbach, Amanda Stephanie Zenga, Tiffany Jade Gaitis, Duana Grell, Matthew Gould, David Sebastian Furi, Travis Cimino, Susanna Audrey Bonsell, Jordan Michael Falciani, Courtney Ann Jacobson, Thomas Joseph Capretta, Elizabeth J. Berger, Nicholas V. Carico, Ashley F. Barnes, Rachel Frere, Andrea Wildman, Ekaterina Forster, Elizabeth Barreto Abraham, Ashley Taylor Gooding, Krupa Garach, Carissa Vitelli, Michael Pinto Tavares, Denise Mendez, Rebecca Chandani Segal, Paul Philip Sadowski, Christian Ponceres de Brouwer, Denaya Taryn Williams, Janelle Alexis Jackson, Rihanna Ellis, Jasmine Acevedo, Cara Ann Desario, Aaliyah Renee Royster, Adriana Infuso, Ashley Lorenzo, Samantha Mulvihill, Caitlin Marie Chandonnet, Simone Ilana Darrell, Carol Frank Alston,
Brianna Danielle Mitchell, Cristina Hernandez, Monica Mina, Ganaya Mercado, Simone Robinson, Brianna Ashland Malicio, Dejon Alford, Ajon Alford, Jedediah Walter Quincy, Congratulations, graduates. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science please rise and come to the dais? Maria Regillas, Joy Marjani Hunter, Christopher Joseph Cordero, John Joseph O'Shaughnessy, Amanda Lee Risner, Tamina Malik, Karen Elaine Quinn, Victoria Fontaine, Catherine Oman Moore, Shefikat Savuli, Kimberly Rose Pereira, Tyler Menino, Sean McFadden, Michael Patrick Mooney, Richard John Curran, Carmen Isabel Simmons, Jane Carolyn Murphy, Teresa Patricia Di Fabrizio, Corey La Rochelle, Glenn Robert Westfall, Maggie Ann Lafort, Patrick Banham, Stephen Edward Uson Jamandran, Erin Marie Hartman, Nicholas Donald Massarelli, Caitlin Owens, Shana Marie Malagat, Katrina Santos Bizda, Eva Louise Lombardi Morosco, Ysabella Maria Esteban, Faith Andrea Lero Icalina, Eric James Letelier, Matthew Robert Chapman, Cameron D. Ryan, Jaron Karen Gatto, Amanda Taylor, Jamie Nee, Vanessa Rocha Pinheiro, Dustin Stanley Janos, Marie Bender, Tammy Angie Silva, William Michael Penny, Nicole Marie Mott, Erica Taylor Wald, Ashley Greenfield, Robin Lynn Neary, Alida Lucia Stabila, Jenna Alush, Nirali Mahesh Patel, Krishna C. Patel, Ashley Christine Dos Santos, Ashley Catherine McAdam, Kim Louise Bauernfeind, Cynthia Bile, Courtney Shoppert, Caitlin M. Esposito, Diego Salazar, Tessie A. La Torre, Elaine M. San Juan, Ashley Nicole Pollard, Vincent Michael Mondello, Richard Anthony Kerr, William P. Dakotis, Michael Richard Durante,
Michael Scott Gerlach, Crystal Lynette Pristel, Hetal Jayantilal Kikani, Shahida Chowdhury, Karen Corpus Rabahon, Catherine M. Mercado, Sean Schnur, Charles Brendan Farmer, Marcus Jamal Chioke Gerald, Catherine Jata, Frank Daniello III, Daniel Brownmiller, Matthew Reagan, Kristen Herring, Mary Kathleen Diltz, Peter Koch, Antonio George Hallis, Adrian Polinton Galan, Matthew Judek, Alexandria Elise Garcia, Daniel T. Barnes, Rochelle Malik, Aisha Sataur, Tujan Belfin Sunbul, Stephen Guerrero, Ava Varoka, Daniel Enrique Guerrero, Andrew James Klump, Lorene N. Mojeri, Joanne Bianestin, Martha Jacqueline Atyaba, Tamika Carty, Janezi Obi, Arshali Kotari, Congratulations, graduates. Finally, we will welcome candidates from the Stillman School of Business. These candidates will be greeted by His Grace Archbishop Myers, Ms. Kent Manahan, Member of the Board of Regents, President Gabriel Esteban, and Dr. Joyce Strauser, Dean of the school. At the far end of the stage, candidates will also be greeted by Mr. James Orsini, Member of the Board of Regents and President of the Seton Hall University Alumni Association. Will the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration please come to the dais? Audra Lynn Quinton, Andrew Fisher Felbinger, Alap Girish Dixit, Megan Healy, Marissa Morabito, Padmavati Santi, Anthony Porterero, Christopher Joseph Vernicek, Eric Chester, Zachary Valdez, Karen Garcia, Stephen Frank Salerno, Jimmy Miguel VII, Samantha Page Lee, Kevin Eric Leung, Francesca Lynn LaRock, Nicole Marie Wallace, Jeffrey Degelman, Joseph William Anthony Testa, Brian Pete Daniels, Connor McCormick, Michael V. Sully, Dominic Robert Scavelli, Erica Cuoco, Michael Paul Urban, Adam T. Holan, Andrew Gerard Earhart, Orlando Grant, Alexander James De Palma, Lance Aligo, Timothy R. Miller, Danielle Maffei, Laura Ann Canulli, Amy N. Bonestali, Elizabeth Rose Vero, Andrew Francis O'Leary III, Brian William Baird, Andrew Kornberg, Brian Zaga, Brian John Hughes, Roberto Cray, Joseph A. Sika, Joshua Z. Lara, Sean Michael Slavin, Drew Young, Craig John Cognetti, Michael Marcelli, Peter Jingaleski, Matthew Holland, Amanda Rose Carpa, Alicia R. McCrae, Michael T. Kay, Ryan J. Handel, John Philip Sweetman, David Andrew Rind, Nicolette Jennifer Romeo, Matthew Anthony Berner, Linda Londono, Evelina Ivasco, Bianca Alexis Romero, Carolyn G. Taggart, Matthew Francis De Sierro, Christopher Ciampone, Thomas Joseph Hickey, George Peter Ciolos, Kyle Edward Langham, Samantha Justine Patino, Jonathan Galliano, Ashley Megan Lowe, Faith Jewel Roque, Thomas Lee Perkins, Mark Christian Morales, Woody Apexian, Robert J. Humphrey, Kevin P. Maloney, Joseph Michael Farco, Mark Bradley Pacelli, Antonio James Lavalva, Felicia Johnson, Brittany Boyko, Priyanka Nitin Shah, Supreet Kaur, Christine Pecci, Giovanni Carmine Zamiello, Charles Frederick Prettyman III, Michael Nicholas Kuzan, Joseph S. Baker, Andrew Brennan Jewell, Sebastiano Fasci, Jason Thomas Garcia, Thomas Patrick Howard, Jeremy Paul Chitolo, Christy T. Jensen, Jason Plefka, Christopher Brian Bennett, Alina Bikovtseva, Brian Slattery, David James Undreski, Vincent James Crescenzo, Robert Merrill Heiss, Christopher M. Tomasic, Daniel Robert Meeser, Nora Ann King, Raymond William Dweck, Adrian Green, Courtney Lynn Scarmazzo, Lauren Elise Canzano, Ariana Elizabeth Barry, Margaret Ann Riley, Joseph F. McGonigal, Zachary Barton Tady, Mary Elizabeth Anderson, Michael J. Kazamius, Kimberly Wojcicki, Brittany Monet Coviel, Ming Xiao Shi, Zhong Ren, Donald John Rizzo, Ekaterina Zhurovna, Matthew R. Tayan, Joanna Lindsay Gons, Nicole Gillian Scherer, Daniel M. Catone, Matthew James Kajust, James Wesley Umstead III, Lauren Milne, Laura C. Sadowski, James P. Curran, Michael R. Peterson, David Sabia, Garnett Robert Spatson, Kenya Marie Carrero, Logan Warren Brown, Megan Remling, Justin Philip Jackson, Reed Lawrence Daniels, Cecily Encarnacion, Kristen Ann Sheridan, Justina Danielle DeStefano, Blake Joshua Goodwin, John Paul Longobardi, Joseph Michael Breen, Jimmy Fuego, Christopher Michael Notaro, Christopher John Regan, Louis Botone, Nicole Marie Blackford, Brendan Coons, George Fernandez, William Taylor Walsh, Jeanette Marie Ragucci, Michael Joseph Tobia, Jonathan Brandel, Victor Ivan Markovsky, Jonathan David Meeks, Veronica Arango, Michael Joseph Ashare, Kevin T. Ertel, MacArthur James Walton, Michael Wells, Vincent Anthony Spinelli, Christopher M. Costello, Joseph George Haynes, Michelle Darden, Merlene Montillis, Joseph Michael Adzima, Zachary Daniel Slaughter, Andrew Joseph Sanchez, Anton Richard Heldman, John Brennan Blair, Alexander Samuel Curto, Amanda Lopez, Joseph Jude Mola, Jeffrey R. Edwards, Jack J. Fondacaro, Mark Evan Barrick, Samantha Jo Meiser, Michelle Lynn Kwiatkowski, Lauren Nicoletti, Maura Jane Worley, Joshua Vallon, Megan Thatcher, Alyssa Daniele, Philip Michael Cantwell, Allison Roddy, Catherine Elizabeth Miller, Nicole Lynn Hickox, Aaron Woods IV, Magnus Acheapong Kwaye, Alfred D. Merritt III, Barbara D'Augusto, Gabrielle Nicole Adonisio, Lauren Roberta Schleining, Brittany Tominia, Amanda Mioli, Nana Kwabena Antwi Darkwa, Palak Bagya, Soranji Castillo, Karen Emanuel, Susan Marlon Phillips, Delone Murray, Daniel P. Bianco, Michael Balestrini, Peter Thomas Monjovi, Michael Majorano, John Dominic Pagnato, Frank A. Klump,
Nearby football rules!
Justin A. Vega, I have no idea, Lauren Stephen Nastelson, David L. Pasquarella, Fernando Abarca, Melissa N. Magner, Robert F. Bartolone, Gary M. Iannarone, Kirsten Elizabeth Kane, Carly Marie Strauss, Rachel Ann Gannon, Sir Ellen Christine Costa, Lindsay M. Fogus, Michael R. Purnell, Connor Patrick Ayers, Christopher W. Carl, Matthew Charles Sadowski, Kyle Lee Norwood, Nicholas Harold Cooley, Laura Elizabeth Russo, Gregory M. Gay, Scott Bradley Givens, Michael Anthony Spizzuco Jr., Christopher J. Hadley. Who is it? And Andrew Toropiu. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. R., Mr. Orsini, and all of our deans. Graduates, we now come to the heart of the ceremony. The conferral of degrees. All degree candidates will please rise. Ms. Kent Manahan, member of the Board of Regents, will now come forward and confer these degrees. Ms. Manahan, on behalf of Seton Hall University, I certify that the candidates whose names are hereby submitted have satisfied all the requirements to participate in the 2012 Baccalaureate exercises. I ask that those who have completed all degree requirements be hereby granted their degrees. Ms. Manahan.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of Seton Hall University, for those who have completed all of their degree requirements, I hereby confer on them the degrees for which they have been recommended by their respective deans, with all of the rights, privileges, and obligations thereunto appertaining. In my name and in the name of the Board of Regents, may I offer you our sincere congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Manahan. Please remain standing. As a symbol of your graduation, please move your tassels from right to left on your caps. As a momentum of this occasion, please keep your caps as well as the tassel. Congratulations to all the new graduates of Seton Hall University and their families. We are pleased to welcome 2,498 new members to the ranks of Setonian alumni, 2,498 plus 2, and even 2,500 if we count our honorary degree recipients. Please be seated. Mr. Andrew Felbinger, summa cum laude graduate from the Stillman School of Business, a recipient of the Economics Honors Citation and a participant in the Business Leadership Program, will deliver the Valedictory Address. Mr. Felbinger.
Remember waiting, senior year, high school, ripping open that large envelope with Seton Hall's iconic logo stretched across the top, leading your eyes to that first phrase, "Congratulations, you've been accepted." Remember that? Well, this will be impossible to forget. We are the graduating class of 2012. Today marks another beautiful milestone in our lives, and we are ready to embrace what follows. Fellow graduates, we have some very special people who are here to celebrate this joyous occasion with us all. Archbishop Myers, Mr. Chesney, Mr. Hackett, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the Board of Regents, President Esteban, Provost Robinson, members of the Executive Cabinet, deans, faculty, families, and friends. Thank you. You all made this possible. Remember waiting for that instant that next semester's registration opened up so we could all get the schedules that we wanted before classes filled up? Waiting for Miss Virginia's perfectly golden brown, delightfully greasy breakfast sandwiches? Waiting for our 21st birthdays so we could inevitably celebrate down at South Orange's favorite beef and ale house, Cryans. Waiting for this incredible day to cross this stage and graduate. Our 4 years have passed in the blink of an eye. We will remember the fall semesters, the rush on campus, the end of semester exams highlighted by the beauty of the university Christmas tree. Spring too, that first 70-degree day, sun-filled and jam-packed on the university green. The taste of candy handed out by Father John during finals week. And just how fleeting spring semester always felt. These shared memories will be cherished and passed down for generations. This was our home. At its founding in 1856, Bishop James Roosevelt Bailey stated that Seton Hall was to be a home for the mind, the heart, and the spirit. Even before applying, we saw these words everywhere, bannered across the main website, on its letterhead, its publications, its advertisements, even on the tiny blue pens handed out at college fairs. The mind, the heart, the spirit. Short words, nice words, but at the time, merely words. Over our years, Bishop Bailey's words have been filled with rich, powerful, and lifelong meaning. The mind, the faculty and staff who guided us along the way, the waking up at 6 a.m. in order to get to our internships, our co-ops, our clinicals, and our jobs, all preparing us for our future and all pushing us beyond what we thought possible. Outside Walsh Library, a famous proverb reads, "Knowledge is a fountain of life to him that possesses it." Seton Hall has provided us this gift of knowledge, which will be used as a springboard in all of our future endeavors. The heart, the friends with whom we laughed and cried, the loved ones we might never have met, that feeling of returning to campus after a long break and seeing the friends, no, the family, who have influenced our lives in ways we do not yet even fully know. The collective goal to give back to our community, surely in the same manner as Mother Teresa, who once explained, "The fruit of love is service." The spirit, the personal growth and development of each and every one of us, individually and collectively. The unified cheer for every sports team which bear Mother Seton's name. St. Elizabeth Ann Seton once stated, "Let God's truth be our guide." Seton Hall and its precious values, which have become part of our lives, will continue to guide us forward in life. These collective memories foster that special meaning that Bishop Bailey surely envisioned. As we reflect on Bishop Bailey's original vision, the mind, the heart, and the spirit are no longer just words. They embody our home for the last 4 years, and our family with whom we lived, grew, laughed, and cried. Yes, just as those who came before us did, the class of 2012 has contributed profoundly to what these words now mean. This Seton Hall home for the mind, the heart, and the spirit not only housed us, but nurtured a bond among us all that will never be broken. Some of us are pursuing careers in nursing, some in education, some in diplomacy, theology, business, the arts, and the sciences. A few moments ago, we crossed the stage together as one. And again, as one, we will proceed on our new paths and our new journeys in life. And to all of us here, family, friends, alumni, faculty, guests, please join my class and me in celebrating our togetherness by proclaiming aloud, "We are Seton Hall," 3 times in unison. All together, please. We are Seton Hall. Faculty, help out. We are Seton Hall. One more. We are Seton Hall. Class of 2012, today we graduate as one. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fehlbinger. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Mr. James Orsini, President of the Seton Hall Alumni Association, who will welcome the class of 2012. Mr. Orsini.
My fellow pirates, I feel like I've met each and every one of you individually as I was shaking all your hands. We're here today to honor your achievements as your degree is conferred from this fine university. As one door closes, my hope is that many more doors open for you this day. As president of the Alumni Association, I'm here today to welcome you into those alumni doors, where more than 80,000 just like you currently stand in anticipation of your arrival. As servant leaders, we look to you for just that, your service and your leadership to this university. Seton Hall is a powerful network of tens of thousands of servant leader alumni. For the most part, smart men and women, good character, sound moral, and inviting personalities who hold prominent positions in business, sports, government, education, law, finance, healthcare, media, clergy, and many other fields. Upon graduation, you now join these ranks. Leveraging this authentic network has its advantages. As we look to move beyond introduction and into expectation, there is a modest requirement. The ante, if you will, is that you give back. The network respects and honors a giver. There are several ways to personalize this give back. You can give your time. Serving as a volunteer at an event is very rewarding. I recently attended an open house for high school juniors, and these students and their families were hungry to hear from recent grads and what their experiences were like on campus. Don't underestimate the value of an hour of your time servicing those in need. You can give your talent. You know what gifting God has graced you with, and we ask that you find it, hone it, and share it back here at the university. It could be in mentoring a student. It could be in hiring an intern once you secure employment. It can be in speaking to a group when invited back to do so. Don't let your talents go to waste. Use them to help others. And you can give of your treasure. Without financing, our vision to become one of the top 100 universities and one of the top 10 Catholic institutions in the country will perish. Give what you can. The amount doesn't matter. The discipline to give does. Purpose in your heart to give back to our Seton Annual Fund or to Pirate Blue or to a particular scholarship of interest. Give where it matters most to you. I look forward to our continued dialogue as alumni and your continued support of this university. God's blessing upon you. Go Pirates.
Thank you, Mr. Orsini. We are coming to the end of the commencement ceremony. I must ask for you to give me your attention for just a few more moments so we can leave here speedily and safely. After the singing of the Alma Mater, please remain seated for the exit of the Dias Party and our students. We ask guests to exit the arena from the upper concourse gates. Robes may be returned just outside the entrance to the arena on the front plaza. Please remember that you're welcome to keep your caps and tassels. It is tradition that we end our commencement ceremony with the singing of the Alma Mater. It is my pleasure to welcome again Miss Erin Spreen, who will lead us in the singing of the Alma Mater. The words and music are in the back of your program. Thank you.
To Alma Mater, all be loyal, keep her name in purest light, never waver from her
Looks good, looks good. Yeah, let me